Speaking of things that suck, it's WrestleCrap Radio, kids! R.D. Reynolds here once again, and as always on the other end of the tin cannon string, the Festus to my Jesse, Mr. Blade Braxton.
Golly gee, deal.
Vince McMahon just loves hillbillies. Always has, always will.
When are we going to get the deluxe 3-disc set, Wrestling's Greatest Hillbillies?
You know, back in the day, they did a Coliseum video release.
WWF's Country Boys.
How many rednecks are on WWE roster right now? We've got Festus and Jesse.
Yeehaw.
Jimmy Wang Yang.
Yeehaw.
Murdoch and Cade.
Cade, who is the worst redneck ever. Just like if you threw Hulk Hogan in a pair of overalls and called him a hillbilly.
I wonder if they ever did that back in the day.
Well,
I almost would bet they would have done that.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
If you want to be a promising member of the human race, be Pinocchio.
Hello, everyone. This is your Action News reporter with all the news that is news across the nation on the scene at the supermarket. There seems to have been some disturbance here. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did. I was standing over by the tomatoes, and here he comes.
Woo! What a week! What a crazy, wacky week. But unlike the last few weeks, actually made it to the food mart this week. And we're going to cover that in our weekly segment. It's called Artie's Trip to the Grocery. Kaboom Bowl Blaster!
Whoa.
Woo! Let's, I tell you what.
Vibrant is one of my, is what I'm known for.
I'm just gonna lean back now, ease the seat back, let you reach down between my legs.
You're gonna reach down between your legs and pull out your little fighter?
I'm gonna reach down into my mighty bag. RD's mailbag, right here on WrestleCrap Radio. WrestleCrapper Neil Parthen writes, on your show from June 6th, you made an error. What? Us?
Uh-oh.
According to some California state statutes, a, quote, food jobber is indeed an establishment. I quote, food establishment means any restaurant, vehicle, itinerant restaurant, mobile food preparation unit. That's what I want. A mobile food preparation unit. Vending machine, bakery, food processing establishment, delicatessen, grocery, confectionery, meat market or plant, meat jobber, food jobber, and any other establishment or place or portion thereof maintained, used, or operated for the sole purpose of commercially storing, packaging, displaying, making, cooking, baking, mixing, processing, bottling, canning, slaughtering, or otherwise preparing or handling food or beverage.
Hey, what did you call that one? A mobile food? What did you call it?
Mobile food preparation unit. Yes,
some guy tried to sell me one of those one time.
What all did that consist of?
Oh man, it was like an old beat up GMC truck.
Uh-huh. That's how I always like to buy my food from. Some old rusted out Jimmy.
Yeah, but he had like this giant metal contraption on the back of it, and he could cook. He could keep all his burritos and all his Mexican food warm, and he had spots, ice trays to keep the cans of Mountain Dew cold. and
yet you didn't take that up as your new
I should have bought that.
Is your new vocation.
Should have bought that because he was looking to upgrade, and get a new mobile.
Well, of course. Can't be riding around at some beat up old GMC trying to sell you burritos.
Should have bought it.
You should have done that, and you could have been at you could have had the very first space at the Wrestle Crap Carnival.
I would have bought that thing and parked in front of your house.
Be good. I wouldn't have to go to Taco Bell.
You're like, God damn it! Like the next time I come visit Gracie with my presents. She's like, God damn it! Blake said he was going to be here 2 hours ago. I'm outside selling burritos for about 2 hours before I decided to come in.
That would be very convenient. We could sit there, like if we're at home. Honey, what do you want for dinner? Oh, I was thinking maybe Mexican. Good, Blade's sitting out there still. He's been out there for 4 months. Let's see what else here is in the mailbag. Chris McGinnis, a.k.a. El Mark de los Ice Creams, writes, if you received a gadget that gave you news only about Chris Jericho, would it be called the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla Trolla?
Yes.
Yeah, the Trolla folks, they're good folks, they take care of us. Whoa! It's the Clock Trolla.
The Clock Trolla.
Mm-hmm. Keeping track of Candace Michelle.
10,152 days.
Obscure wrestling news right here at WrestleCrap.com. The only place you're going to find this news. Well,
okay.
You subscribe to the Observer, you may have read some of it. Anyway. Those of you who don't know who Teddy Hart is, he's actually
one of Bret Hart's sister's kids.
Right. So but his big thing is he never wanted to join WWE because he felt like they wouldn't utilize his talent. Apparently there have been matches where just in the middle of the match, like he would have the heat and he would just start doing flips.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine if you were watching like Raw one week and he was wrestling like Randy Orton or something. He had Randy Orton down on the mat and then he just started doing flips all over the ring. He would just
awesome.
start doing like backflips off the top turnbuckle.
They should sign the David Boy Smith kid, Neidhart's kid, and get Teddy Hart in there. What could you call them? If they were to form a stable.
The Flippensteins. I can't wait to see Teddy Hart because I just want him to just like 1 week on Raw. I just want him to go nuts on live television and just start doing flips.
That'd be excellent.
That would be fantastic. Speaking of things that are fantastic, how far is Oklahoma City from where you're at?
It is about, if I am correct, about 5 hours.
Okay, road trip.
Road trip?
Mm-hmm. Head on down to Interstate 35 in Norman, Oklahoma, and you can go to JR's Barbecue Restaurant.
That's interesting. My favorite Detroit Lion of all time, Billy Sims, has a barbecue restaurant in Oklahoma as well.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like I've got one hell of a barbecue road trip going.
You do.
Soon.
I would be very interested. I wonder if they, you know how you go to Burger King and like the little kids get a little crown. You think the little kids at the JR's Family Barbecue Restaurant, they get like a little black Stetson hat?
That'd be great. I wonder if they have a Happy Meal. You know, like a little boxed meal for the kids. What kind of prizes do you get? They can just get all like the miniature versions of all the items that McMahon plucked out of Jim Ross's ass.
Sure, absolutely.
Hey, I was still disappointed that we did not win those items off of WWEauction.com. Very disappointed in you, Mr. Reynolds.
I am not disappointed at all because
We could have.
I had to explain. Let me explain something. I had to explain, and if you go to Someone Bought This, you'll see where I had to go and explain to Mrs. Deal why I bought a cheerleader outfit from a necrophilia wrestling angle.
You think that's bad? Let me tell you this. I have that box in my room now. Mm-hmm. I transported it from the Reynolds household. You know, if I were to pass away and, like, one of my family members were to come in there and open that box, can you imagine the sheer horror that would be on their face?
Oh, yes.
Like, oh my God, he has a dress in his closet.
Yes, a bunch of panties and a bra.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to know. They're going to have a clue.
Yeah,
I'm going to look like this. Please, if anything ever happens to me, please explain.
Oh, no. No. I will just shake my head and go, I don't know, it's your kid. Hey, guess what's in this month's WWE Magazine?
What could that be?
It's a new feature, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Would you care to guess what it's called?
Somebody purchased that.
Did you buy this? And would you buy this? Gimmick, again, the gimmick table, the greatest wrestling merchandise never made. That's been around for about a year, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So now they have the Would You Buy This in WWE Magazine, and Did You Buy This?
Indeed.
I guess imitation is, in fact, the sincerest form of flattery.
True.
And it's not the first time that this has happened.
I thought it was kind of funny that they started having countdown lists on WWE.com.
Yeah.
After we announced the WrestleCrap book of lists, and it was called List This.
List This, yes. Boy, I can't wait until they have Enhancement Talent of the Month. Yeah, The Undertaker, he's been out of action for a while.
Yes, he has. If I'm correct, didn't his arm fall off his body?
I believe that his arm was detached from the rest of his torso. He's having it sewn back on.
Oh, those wacky injuries that only wrestlers have.
He's getting it sewn back on with like a singer at Sears. Anyway, he is taking this time off, and he's investing his money. He knows that his days in wrestling are almost over, and he just finished putting together a building.
A building, huh?
Yes, he purchased a building, a $2.7 million building in Loveland, Colorado. How would you like that? You're out looking for office space, and you find the Undertaker. Very odd.
Very odd.
Very strange.
Well, maybe we should move WrestleCrap HQ to those office buildings.
Excuse me, Mark. Can we just have a cubicle? Just one cubicle. That's all we need.
Yeah. Just to say that we're part of the Undertaker Corporation.
If that's what it should be called, the Undertaker Building.
I'm hungover.